Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to Summon Greater Podcast.
We're back, baby.
I fucked up the audio.
It's okay. We talked about hair for a bit.
This has been good. What did you throw in this? I forgot.
That is frosty root beer.
And it's good.
It's really good. And
the Tennessee whiskey. That's
yep.
right.
Tennessee honey, Jack Daniels.
It's pretty good.
That's good shit.
I was hitting this earlier alongside the barbacoa hot ones Pringles because I wanted to get the endorphin rush alongside this.
What happens, however, is you just lose the lining of your stomach.
No, what happens is I develop a tolerance and I no longer get the endorphin rush from the barbacoa hot ones Pringles.
It just burns you.
It doesn't do that.
Oh.
It's hot. I taste the spice. It tastes good, but it doesn't shred me
That's good.
as it might have once.
Valda's Spire of Secrets. Yes.
Okay, good.
Which Valda's Spire of Secrets, Mage Hand Press book that Sam and I have been, as he so lovingly put it earlier, tearing apart. Good God, girl, get the book. It's, oh my God, it's so good.
It's really good.
There are like 6 new classes, each with several subclasses, like at least 5 or 6 subclasses. 5 or 6 new subclasses for all of the existing D&D classes. New feats, new spells, new weapons, new exotic weapon types, new firearms, firearm-based spells, a firearm-based class, and so much more. So much more. So much more.
There's a lot to behold here.
Yeah, it's, oh my God, it's so good.
And this class that we're going to get into is a small fraction of the book because frankly there's far too much going on. It's unbelievable how much they fit into this book.
If we tried to
it's
cover
over
the
300
book,
pages.
Yeah, if we tried to cover the book, it would take us like 7 or 8
Yeah,
episodes.
I think that's not happening. I could see us in the future coming back to Valda's.
Oh, we'll pull more from
some other stuff
all the time,
Yeah.
I'm sure. And
So-
if we talk about something specific, we'll be sure to call back to it.
Of
but
course.
there's no way we could do the whole thing.
The method in which we're going to cover this class is as follows. We have both created a PC.
It's true.
Using the elements of this class and using feats and items from Valda's itself. Because there is plenty of everything to go around, frankly.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to start with your person?
I can start with my person.
Yes.
So, I have not given my person a name, nor have I chosen a species that I would like to be.
Okay.
I kind of wanted to leave that up to what I'm feeling in the moment, because there is a potential for me to use this character at some point in something. However, the witch class in and of itself is crazy cool. It is very much focused on curses, hexes, and your familiar. Obviously wizards can have familiars. Most spellcasting classes can have familiars. Already in base D&D, you can cast Find Familiar. It's a pretty common spell. Witches make your familiars just better. Stronger, faster, more powerful.
I would like to clarify something. You said stronger, and many people will note that when you use the Find Familiar spell, which is integral to this class, your familiar cannot attack.
Right.
However, via the rules of this class, it is possible for your familiar to attack as a reaction.
I forgot about that.
This is important to know.
That is very important to know. So there's a lot to go over here. basics of the class. Hit dice is a D8, so you're not as squishy as like a wizard. You naturally get proficiency with light armor, simple weapons, blowguns, which I find hilarious, short swords, and whips. You know, your typical witch equipment. You also get proficiency in alchemist supplies and a poisoner's kit, which is cool. Your saving throw proficiencies are wisdom and charisma. Notable because witch is a charisma-based spellcaster, very similar to warlock and or sorcerer. For skills, you can choose 2 proficiencies from Arcana, Deception, Insight, Intimidation, Nature, Persuasion, and Religion. All of these I find extremely thematic. I think actually the first thing that I want to touch on is not the witch, but the level 1 other ability that we talked about doing, which is something else very cool that Valda's introduces, which is what exactly do they
Starter
call
feats.
it? Starter feat. Thank you. Starter feats are really interesting. Essentially, you can pick a starter feat to like further expound upon your background. Where in normal D&D you can choose a background like guard or soldier or fisherman or something like that. It gives you, in the new rules, it gives you a feat, but that feat is usually something like magic initiate, skilled, tough, tavern brawler. Not bad feats. The starter feats in Valda's define more of who you are. For example, you can take the starter feat child, which makes you a child. Or the starter feat elderly, which makes you old. There are also starter feats for upper limb disability, lower limb disability, etc., etc. And the one that I chose, lest you think they are all physical, is dual soul. 2 souls occupy your body, vying for influence and time and control. You maintain 2 different sets of personality traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws. Your souls have different names. Your souls communicate telepathically with one another, but only one soul can be in control of your body at a time. The soul that is not in control of your body can see through your eyes and hear through your ears. When you finish a long rest, roll a d20. On an odd roll, the soul in control of your body switches. The 2 roles within you have different backgrounds. 2 souls within you have different backgrounds, which include different skill and tool proficiencies as well as different languages. You only have proficiency in these skills and tools and can only speak these languages while that soul is in control of the body. This is so cool. Almost every single person who has played D&D has at some point considered, what if I had split personalities and different people inside me? And this one just gives you mechanics for it. It's really sick. So I chose that one.
Very good.
Because flipping back over to Witch, one of the first things that you choose from is a curse that is the source of your magic, or at least has a big part to do with why you have magic. There are so many of these. I have to say, the witch class in Valda Spire Secrets, you guys have heard me go on and on before about how the warlock class in D&D has the most customization and the most variety of all of the classes you can choose, because baked into the class are so many choices.
And that's true.
Witch is better.
It's got more.
It has more choices, more customization, more. So first level, you can choose the curse that kind of represents your magic. There's burned, drowned, feral, hideous, hollow, infested, loveless, possessed, starving, visions, and whispers. I chose visions.
Okay.
You are cursed to have terrible visions of the future. Many of them showing the deaths of your friends, family, and yourself. Though many of these visions are cruel deceptions, they are sometimes grimly accurate. As the benefit of choosing this curse, you give yourself a bonus to your initiative rolls equal to your charisma modifier. So you're incentivized even more by having good charisma, and you're better at fighting. Or sorry, shouldn't say better at fighting. More responsive in combat. You've seen this coming. I'm so happy, guys. I love this class so much. Oh my god. Okay. The next big thing that witches focus on is hexes.
Mm-hmm.
These are not spells, but they kind of function like them. So you start off with 2 hexes. This is all level 1. You choose the curse, you choose your hexes. The 2 that I chose for level 1, because yet again, need I even say it, holy god, there's so many hexes. I chose duplicity.
Of course.
Of course. You see the vision.
Yes.
Or visions. As an action, you can create an illusory duplicate of yourself composed of shadow stuff. Trademark. To confuse your enemies. When a creature attacks you, roll any die. On an odd number, the attack strikes the duplicate and misses, regardless of its roll, and then the hex ends. On an even number, the attack targets you as normal. This effect lasts until the end of your next turn. So, it's not quite the same as Mirror Image, but this one's just a little bit more compact and easy to understand, I think. Very, very cool. The other one that I chose was Go Unseen. Take a wild stab at what that one do. As an action, you and your familiar, which I find very cool, become invisible.
This is good.
As per the invisibility spell. The effect ends at the end of your next turn, or if you or your familiar attack or cast a spell. Once you cast this hex, you cannot cast it again for 1 minute. That is actually a very notable thing to talk about. Unless your hex specifically states that you cannot cast it again for a specific amount of time after you do it the first time, you can use these every turn. There's no limit to how often you can use a hex. None.
And it'll get better in a second.
It gets better in a second. That's faux damn show. Is that primarily level 1? Yes. Aside from spells, but I think I'll go over spells a little bit
We
later.
can hit them up at the end.
Yeah. I want to talk about the class abilities first. So let me go back up here to the levels. Yeah. All right. Other interesting things to note about the hexes, because it's on here. If a hex requires an attack roll or saving throw, it uses your spell attack bonus and spell save DC. Nice and easy. Makes it a little less complicated. All hexes require either verbal or somatic components. You can choose that at the time of casting the hex. Unless otherwise noted, if a hex lasts for a duration, you concentrate on it as you would a spell. You lose your concentration if you cast another hex. However, you can concentrate on a hex and a spell at the same time, making only one Constitution saving throw to maintain your concentration on both. That I find really interesting as well. I like that it's kind of combined. At second level, you get Sam and I's favorite ability from this whole class, Cackle. You can use your bonus action to cackle. The duration... God damn it. When you cackle, the duration of a hex on which you are concentrating extends by 1 round. If the hex has one or more target, a target must be within 60 feet of you for the hex's duration to extend. Not all witches laugh maniacally when they cackle, but all cackles require a verbal component, as if casting a spell. I love this so much. I love that they felt the need to put that in there. Cackles can range from mundane curses and insults to the murmuring of dead languages and speaking backwards.
What do you imagine yours sounds like?
Oh,
this character
specifically. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can make this sound, but in the flavor, I think it would be both souls speaking to you at the same time.
That makes sense.
Just like overlapping and like running different languages, and it's just like a cacophony of sound.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. So, go unseen. If you do not attack or cast a spell, as long as you make, which is really funny, if you make noise, you can stay invisible forever. So if you have some way of like having like a silence bubble around you, or like just any way of like muting what you are saying, you can just be invisible permanently, which is so funny. Yeah. Oh man. At second level, you also learn the Find Familiar spell and can cast it as a ritual without using material components, which is cool. Normally it does require material components. This spell does not count against your number of spells known. The spell is improved in the following ways, because this class is all about them familiars, baby. Your familiar takes its turn immediately before or after your turn in each round, and you get to choose that, whether you want it before or after. Once on each of your turns, as an action or bonus action, you can mentally command your familiar to use its reaction to make one attack, like you said before. You can use the Find Familiar spell to deliver spells through your familiar that have ranges other than touch, which is really cool because that can pretty much extend your spell range by, like 60 feet or something like that. That's pretty good. When you cast the spell, you can choose one of the normal forms for your familiar or one of the following special forms. Some of these you may recognize just as actual animals. Some of these you will not recognize because they're specific new monster types or stat blocks that are in Valdas. Starting off strong with the Death Snail, which I think is incredible.
Whoa. They really did it.
They really did it. The inevitable snail. Also a flying book, which I think is really funny if you wanted to go with more like a wizardy, scholastic type witch. A homunculus. A mock, which I genuinely have no idea what that is. I have not looked these up.
Okay.
I have no idea what the mock is.
See if I can figure it out.
Yeah.
The mock. Okay.
Oh no.
It's a little mimic.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right here, it's showing us basically a mimic coin.
That's so funny.
Okay, so it can use this action to polymorph into an object or back into its true amorphous form. Can take the appearance of tiny objects. Prefers the form of gold coins and jewels. That is really funny.
So it is literally just a baby mimic, essentially.
Basically, yeah.
That is incredible. Aside from mock, you also have the option for, this will be my wife's favorite, moon jelly.
Of course. Yes. Yep. Good.
And this one's my favorite. It can also take the form of pet rock.
Whoa.
Keep in mind, these all have stat blocks. You can also get a pseudo dragon, a ragdoll, a sprite, tin soldier, winter wolf pup, and a yarn golem.
Okay.
There's so much theming you can do with these.
I really love this. I hadn't even considered this element of the theming, to be honest with you.
Right?
Like, of course you can pick these creatures. That makes so much sense.
Mm-hmm. The winter wolf pup is really interesting to me too. Mm-hmm. I love that. Yeah. Then at third level, you pick your subclass, which in this is called the Witch's Craft. Oh man. With your craft, you gain additional spells and additional hex. So for my character, the other thing you get at level 2 is you get another hex. So you started with 2 at level 1. At level 2, you get a third. The third hex that I chose was Knowing. The Knowing hex. As an action, you open your third eye and become intuitively aware of your surroundings. You have advantage on insight checks until the end of your next turn. Additionally, choose one of the following pieces of information. If a creature can speak a language, if a creature is at or below half its hit point maximum, or what a creature's lowest ability score is. You learn that piece of information for each creature within 30 feet of you. You can only learn one of these things about a creature, even if you cast this hex more than once. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
This can get you very good information very quickly. Not a ton of information, but one important piece, which I think is really, really cool. And thematic, because I feel like it could be flavored as the other soul noticing something and making the controlling soul aware of it. That is something that I really tried to focus on with this one was the theming of the dual soul and the visions. I love this concept so much. I had the idea while I was working on this that potentially the dual souls are the same person, but they got like ripped from a timeline. And so it's two different versions of the same person trying to grapple with the fact that they're not sure which one is from the original timeline and which one's timeline is gone.
This is good.
Hell yeah. So subclass. Can you guess which one I chose?
Did you pick purple?
I did not.
What'd you pick?
I couldn't stop myself, Sam.
What'd you do?
I picked steel magic.
Okay.
Do you want to...
You were obsessing over this.
I was so obsessed. Do you want to help me explain what the subclasses are for this?
Can.
Because I feel like I'm like hoarding all of this content and I need to share.
No, I will get to mine. Trust me.
Oh, absolutely.
For our subclasses, our witches' crafts, of course. We've got black magic, blood magic, green magic, purple, red, steel, tea, technicolor, and white magics.
Technicolor.
Black magic, as you can imagine, practices the necromantic arts and wields dark spells of suffering. Blood magic lays terrible curses and draws power from blood sacrifices, as you might imagine. Also, green magic. Can you take a guess? Practices magic associated with plants, animals, and the natural world. It's your druidish witch. Mm-hmm. Purple magic. You can see why I thought this. Wields illusions and enchantments in equal measure.
Yeah. Would have also very much been thematic for this.
Yes, I think so. Red magic is a destructive spellcaster wielding magic that ruins and burns, much like red magic in popular mage depiction. Steel magic is going to meld swordsmanship with wicked hexes. It's very, very cool. I'm very glad that this one exists. Tea magic, a peaceful witch that practices tea ceremonies and divination. Kind of a bit of a cleric moment.
Yeah, kind of.
Leaning in the Twilight direction, I would say.
Yes.
Technicolor magic makes friends with just about everyone they meet. That's a weird one. We won't get in depth into that one today, but
yeah.
How did we characterize that one the other day?
Disney
when
princess.
We were looking, that's the Disney princess for
it's
sure.
the Disney princess.
A lot of good role play potential with that one, I think.
Oh yeah.
White
Super
magic
funny.
is, of course, a natural healer and a practitioner of restorative magic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like tea magic and white magic are like the cleric adjacent.
Yes, I heavily agree.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of really interesting stuff with these.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically for me, I chose steel magic. Now, steel magic has a very, very fun progression. When you take this subclass, you gain proficiency with all martial melee weapons that do not have the heavy or special property. Mm-hmm. So essentially anything you can wield in one hand that's not super complicated. You also get a new hex as part of steel magic called Malevolence. You can use your bonus action to shroud yourself with an evil smog until the end of your next turn. Your concentration on this hex cannot be broken as a result of taking damage. You gain the following benefits. Your armor class equals 12 plus your dexterity modifier plus your charisma modifier, as long as you are not wielding a shield. This is so cool. So cool. 12 plus dex plus charisma. Let's think about that for just a second. Mm-hmm. Let's say you have rolled godlike stats and you increase them just enough to get up to 20 in dexterity and 20 in charisma. Hard to do.
That's a lot of increasing.
That's a lot of increasing. Unless you have rolled 2 18s if you do roll stats.
Yeah.
If you rolled 2 18s and you take ability score increases twice, you can get a 20 in your charisma and a 20 in your dexterity, leaving you with an armor class of 22 when you use this hex.
That's so high. Oh my God.
Activates as a bonus action.
Dude.
There is no limit to how many times you can use this. And with the cackle ability, you can just keep it going. And I'm not done yet.
Come on, dude.
Additionally, when you make an attack with a melee weapon that lacks the heavier special property, you can use your charisma modifier instead of strength or dexterity for attack and damage rolls. Eat your fucking heart out, Warlock.
It is wild to... I mean, remember, this is a hex. It's not a passive effect necessarily.
Right, it's not.
You have to keep this going.
Mm-hmm. But they essentially took, you wanted to be a Hexblade Warlock, and we can put it all in one ability. Mm-hmm. Watch us.
Yeah. This, you're going to notice quickly, which makes very different use of action economy.
Oh, yeah.
With Cackle in particular. Because, of course, you're casting a hex on an action, but you're not using your action every turn to do that. You can keep going with your bonus action with Cackle.
Yeah.
Now, for this sets Witch apart early in terms of level, because a lot of classes aren't going to be using their bonus action a ton.
Yeah, the only other one that comes to mind is like maybe a rogue.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Which is going to be using bonus action all of the time. Mm-hmm. And you gotta really consider, especially with the spells that you pick, which is going to come up again later, what you want to be doing with your bonus action, how you want to be using that most of the time. Because it is very important to be using your hexes and very important to be keeping them going, especially with hexes like this one.
Right. Yeah. And this one does have yet another ability. Whenever you take damage from a creature you can see that is within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against that creature. So, armor class is buffed, your attack is buffed, and you can retaliate. Basically attack of opportunity as a reaction. Yeah. Attack of opportunity as you hit me, like... Or I should say, hellish rebuke. Yes, your attack of opportunity without them having to leave your space. Yeah. Exactly. So I have chosen to theme this with my dual soul. Sorry, got something in my head. Each of my souls uses a different weapon. Okay, I'm so interested to know what those are. I know. So I'm going to explain this a little bit more as I continue going through my progression. Yes. Because I picked a couple feats specifically for this. All right. This might be my proudest character. That's bold. It is. It is extremely bold from a building side of things. Okay. Maybe not from story side, but from the crafting of this character, I might be the proudest of this. Oh my God. Which is wild. These are really big words. I know. So... that is what you get at level 3. At level 4, you can take an ability score increase or a feat. I chose to take a feat. I chose to take a feat from Valda's Spire Secrets. The feat that I chose, Gun Mage Adept. I see. Oh. So one of my souls wields a melee weapon. One of my souls wields a firearm. Yes, okay. He's a master of his craft. It's so fucking cool, dude. This is good. This is a good idea. Gun Mage Adept is a really goddamn cool feat. You've learned how to meld subtle arcana with the brute force of a firearm, gaining the following benefits. You gain proficiency with 4 simple or martial firearms of your choice. You can use these firearms as spellcasting focuses. All spells with the Renaissance tag are added to your spell's class list if they are a level for which your class gets spell slots. Use your spellcasting ability for these spells. The Renaissance tag is a very, very interesting thing that they added in here. It is spells specifically that have to do with firearms or things pertaining to firearms. I will admit, I didn't pull any of these spells as my chosen spells for this class just yet, because we'll talk more about spells later. It is a little bit limited with this class. I wanted to go over some of the cool spells that I found from the actual witch list. We can go over the Renaissance spells later as well.
Would you like to talk about how this class is limited as a spellcaster?
Sure. It's not a very long thing to go over. You only get to learn 15 spells. Mm-hmm. In your trek from level 1 to level 20, you only learn 15 spells. Now, you wind up with the same number of spell slots as a wizard, but you only learn 15. So, there are going to be spell levels where you only know 1 spell, but you might have 2 or 3 spell slots. So you might be able to upcast something that you know of one of your smaller levels, or you can cast your 1 spell that you know more than 1 time. So, you have to be very precise and very planned with what spells you want to learn, because you don't really get a huge variety. Now, the nice thing is, whenever you level up, if you gain a spell slot or learn a new spell, awesome. You can also replace one. So if you realize like, oh, that one's just not working for me, I'm not feeling it anymore, you can replace it when you level up. So you can at least go back and correct some things, obviously, until you hit level 20. Once you hit level 20, you're locked in. That's what you got. Mm-hmm. Unless your DM's really cool and you go beyond level 20. But yeah, anyways, bouncing back over to Gun Mage Adept, the second part of this is that you get to learn either the Concealed Shot or Finger Guns cantrip, your choice, which does not count against your total number of cantrips known. Now, this is really cool. Concealed Shot is a Valda's exclusive spell, which essentially lets you fire your firearm from stealth and no one knows where it came from. Mm-hmm. Finger Guns is extremely self-explanatory. You pew pew and you cast a pew pew.
That's so dumb.
I'm not going to go into the exact details of those because it's not all that necessary. For my character, Concealed Shot. I wouldn't take Finger Guns. I think thematically Concealed Shot's just too good if I'm going to be using a firearm. And then, finally, you learn 4 spells of your choice that you cast with the Renaissance tag. If you prepare spells, these are always prepared and do not count against the number that you can prepare each day. If you are a wizard, they are added to your spell book instantly at no cost. If you learn spells, these do not count against your total number of spells known. When you gain a level in your spellcasting class, you can replace one of these spells with another one with the Renaissance tag for which you have spell slots. So, this is just really nice in general as an addition to the Witch, because that's 4 additional spells that you can know. So, very thematic and also mechanically super helpful. So that's my first feat that I chose. Level 5, you get another hex. This one, I chose the hex Ruin. Let me get back up to that one. The Ruin hex. As an action, choose 1 creature you can see within 60 feet of you to make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature's armor class decreases by 3.
Oh my God.
To a minimum of 10 until the end of your next turn. Hey, guys, this is ridiculous. This is so goddamn good. Have you ever wanted to single-handedly save an encounter for your whole squad? Ruin, Hex, and Cackle. Permanent armor class reduction by 3.
Terrifying.
Yeah. And that's, just your bonus action moving forward. You can also still cast spells at it or attack it. I'm going to sit back down.
This is a highly active debuff, man.
Yeah.
I mean, this Witch is a crazy support class.
Witches, man.
I mean, no matter what craft you choose.
Yeah.
Very, very good support. And terrifying just on its own.
Yeah. Your options for hexes and spells, it may be slightly limited in each capacity, but it's because you have so many different things that you're choosing. And they do so many incredibly diverse things.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. I am choosing very specific hexes for this character that would help with the kind of melee combat focus of this character. There are so many more. We haven't scratched the surface yet. We haven't even begun. Well, okay, maybe a little. Anyway, at level 6, I get a subclass ability, and the subclass ability for Steel Magic at level 6 is Cackling Killer. At 6th level, when you use your Cackle feature, you can attack twice instead of once if you take the attack action on that turn. Can you spell combo?
This is also dual cackle functionality.
Yeah.
It's elongating your hex, and you're getting 2 attacks.
Yeah.
This is 2 bonus actions for the price of 1 almost.
Absolutely. And let's consider the fact that the hex that you are most often going to be continuing is the one that buffs your armor class and your attack and damage.
Christ. Yeah. This
makes you a melee monster.
This is a combo machine, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just snowballing.
It does.
I can't believe this.
The fact that it
subclass
just builds itself with the subclass is so freaking cool. So that's level 6. Level 7, you get the class ability, which is Improved Familiar. Remember those guys we were talking about before? At level 7, your familiar's attacks count as magical for the purpose of overcoming damage resistance and immunity. Additionally, you can choose the following forms for your familiar. Brass, Dragon, Wormling. You heard me right, folks. Only caveat is that it cannot use its breath weapon. So, potato, tomato. It can also turn into a Fright, a Grep, an Imp, or a Quasit. Fright and Grep are Valda's exclusive. Again, I have not looked at the monster appendix, but I'm sure these are slightly more powerful beings with slightly more abilities. So, familiars just get better and better, folks. Mm-hmm. Which, might I add, because I've been so focused on my character's other abilities,
yeah,
I do have plans for what the familiars would be.
Dude.
I am not going to pick any of the super crazy weird ones. The standard Find Familiar spell offers you a couple other options. I think that for my soul that focuses on melee attacks, it would be a raven.
Okay.
And I think for my soul that uses the firearm, it would be an owl.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Of course, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Owl for firearms, raven for melee. Did some of the other options, like the brass dragon wormling. I'm like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
However, I am not focusing on my familiar being a combat piece. Yeah. Like, that is just not what this specific witch wants to do. So that was level 7. Level 8, we get another ability score increase or feat. another new Valda's feat that I chose. Spellblade. This is giving the power up to the other soul.
I figured.
You have learned to meld your strikes with sparks of arcane magic, gaining the following benefits. Gain proficiency with one martial melee weapon of your choice. Doesn't really apply that much because I already have some with steel magic. When you deal bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage with a melee weapon, you can change the damage to your choice of acid, cold, fire, or lightning damage.
This is nuts.
That's so fucking cool.
Do you have an element you feel like you're picking most of the time? Maybe one for either?
See, but this is specifically with a melee weapon, so I don't think my firearm soul would utilize this all that often, if at all. However, I think for the firearm soul, if they did have like a dagger or short sword or something, I would have them probably take fire damage most of the time. And I think for my melee soul, I'm really, really digging the idea of lightning damage.
Okay. Interesting.
I think it would be super cool. Then you also learn 2 cantrips of your choice from among the following: Arc Blade, Burning Blade, Caustic Blade, and Frigid Blade. These are, I believe, more Valda's spells. Yes. And these are along the theming of like Green Flame Blade, Booming Blade, things like that we have in standard D&D. This is a cantrip that allows you to make a melee attack to deal additional damage with a specific element. Now imagine, if you will, casting Burning Blade. If this allows you to deal your standard damage with the weapon and then additional fire damage, imagine, if you will, substituting your weapon's normal damage for lightning and then also dealing additional fire damage.
Man.
How fucking cool is that theming?
That's a whole bunch at once.
That is a lot of different types of damage, and that is really fucking cool. The other cool thing you can do with this feat is you gain the ability to cast the shield spell once without using a spell slot. Once you do so, you cannot do so again until you finish a long rest. But you can't, oh my God, you cannot plan enough for all of this. It fits so perfectly with this character. As I was piecing this together, I was like, let me look at feats. Ooh, this would be cool. Let me use a feat from Valda's. Oh God, there's the 2 right there.
Yeah. No, you know.
Everything just fit together.
Can I say, I enjoy these one-time per long rest effects that sometimes appear in feats, like just as a little added bonus. Mm-hmm. I like having that, and also you get 1 use of shield.
Yeah,
you know, it's
so nice as just like a little tag on the end of something. Like, here's a one-time thing. Use it sparingly, but you do get it.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you dabble in this.
Yep. At level 9, class ability, Dying Curse. When a creature reduces you to 0 hit points but does not kill you outright, you can lay a nefarious curse upon it. That curse lasts for up to 24 hours. While cursed, that creature has disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. If you regain consciousness or the creature is targeted by the remove curse spell, that curse ends at the end of the creature's next turn. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. If you get knocked out in combat, whatever knocks you out is fucked. Royally fucked. Mm-hmm. There is almost an argument to be made for your party to leave you down.
Yeah.
Hit you with Spare the Dying so that you don't have to keep making death saving throws, and let you sit it out for a little while so that they can have disadvantage on ability or on saving throws is so good. People can start layering debuffs and shit on the enemy and then wake you up after it's already failed the saving throws. That is so much fun. The other thing you get at level 9 is another hex. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. They just keep coming.
Yeah.
I chose
You get 7 total.
Yeah.
By the way,
at level,
the end of the day.
I chose Beckon Familiar. You can cast the Find Familiar spell as an action without expending a spell slot or material components. Once you cast the spell in this way, you cannot do so again for 1 minute. This is just, Familiar's gone. Really quick, let me bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one. Obviously, like I said before, I'm not doing as much with my Familiar, so this was kind of just, I don't want to say like a throwaway or a gimme. This was just like an in case of emergency, in case I really need it. Let's grab faster, bring back the Familiar.
Yeah.
Level 10. Is that another subclass? It is.
Yes, it is.
Back to the subclass. Soul Sword Familiar. Starting at 10th level. As a bonus action, you can draw the essence of your familiar into your weapon. Manifesting in a cloak of green flame. Your familiar is dismissed and cannot be resummoned until you finish a short or long rest. Until your familiar is resummoned, this weapon deals an extra 1d8 fire damage on a hit. Just more fucking damage.
You were piling it on, man.
More damage. More damage. It's so good. At level 11, folks, we get into the good shit. Are you ready for this? Grand Hex, baby. This isn't a regular hex. No, it's better.
It's grand.
It's grand. Which one did I take first? Yes. The Grand Hex. Forceful personality. Your charisma score increases by 2 to a maximum of 22. Let's bump that armor class up to 23, folks.
Yeesh, you're right. You're right.
Yep.
This one almost... I took this one also. Spoiler
yeah.
alert.
Yeah.
It almost feels necessary.
Really good. It's really good. Just increasing your charisma score, that affects so much of what you do as a witch.
Yeah, it does.
It really does. It's so good. I'm not going to say this is mandatory. You don't have to.
No.
If you're cool with a 20 in charisma, good. Go for it. I took it because of the armor class and the damage and the this and the that and the other thing.
You want the +6?
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. +6 to attack and damage before adding proficiency or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really good and it's optimized even more for this subclass. Level 12 is another ability score or feat. I left this one open because I figured at some point I would probably need an ability score increase.
Mm-hmm.
If for whatever reason I didn't because I had godly stat rolls, I could pick another feat. I might pick something from standard D&D like Sentinel.
Jesus. If you wanted.
Mm-hmm. Can you... No, listen. Can you imagine the Sentinel feat with the Malevolence Hex that allows you to swing back after they hit you?
I was just thinking of that. Yes.
You hit me, you cannot leave.
Mm-hmm. The arena trap.
Yeah.
Dude.
If they hit you with a weapon, you hit them back, their speed is reduced to 0.
That's really messy, dude.
It's so fucking dirty. Oh, man. Yep. Then at level 13, you get another Grand Hex and another regular Hex. Mm-hmm. For my regular Hex, I'll start there. I took the Hex Evil Eye. This one, thematically, I think is really fun because you can have the other soul's eye pop out for a second.
That's good. That's a good flavor.
As an action, choose one creature you can see within 60 feet of you and have them make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, that creature is frightened of you until the end of your next turn. But obviously you can cackle and you can make them frightened of you until the day they die if you stay within 60 feet of them.
Great.
Really, just funny. For my next Grand Hex, I chose Possession.
Yeah.
It's just good. As an action, your body becomes immaterial. and your spirit dives into a large or smaller creature you can see within 10 feet of you in an attempt to possess it. Target must make a charisma saving throw. A creature with a challenge rating greater than your witch level automatically succeeds on this save. Really, really good. Really good addendum. I like that.
Yeah.
On a failed save, you disappear, and the target becomes incapacitated and possessed. You gain control of its body, but don't deprive the target of its awareness. It's stuck in there, and you're running the show. While possessing the creature, you cannot be targeted by any attack, spell, or other effect. Obviously not the body that you're possessing. You, inside, in the driver's seat.
Yep.
You maintain your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma, and your alignment, but otherwise use the creature's statistics. You do not gain access to the target's knowledge, class features, or proficiencies.
That's fine.
That is fine. It is a bit of a nerf, but it's fine. I'll let it go. Class features would be so broken. That'd be broken. Just be like, hand me your character sheet. I'm you.
Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to do that.
For the purposes of spells and effects which can end possession, such as dispel evil and good, you are treated as an undead spirit and can be banished from the target, returning to your own body, which rematerializes within 5 feet of the target.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. This possession lasts for an hour or until the body drops to 0 hit points or you are forced out by a spell or other magical effect. Once you use this grand hex, you cannot do so again until you finish a long rest. That is also good.
That is the most limit we've seen on a hex so far.
It really is.
Appropriately so.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh god, yeah. Level 14, let's walk it back to that subclass, baby. Shrieking Strike. Starting at 14th level, your accursed magic has seeped into your weapon. Ooh. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you can perform a Shrieking Strike. The target must succeed a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC or be frightened of you until the end of your next turn. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your charisma modifier. You regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Also, apologies, I heard a car horn outside. Do you see how I stayed in character, though? I did good.
Yes.
Yeah. Charisma save, or you just make them afraid of you when you hit them with a strike. That's really good. This comes at level 14. There is another feature that happens with another class and another subclass. I need to find out what level they get this ability. Give me just a second. The class I'm thinking of, some of you may know this already. Some of you may be going in the same direction I am. I am thinking of the 2014 Paladin class, specifically Oathbreaker. Oathbreaker has an ability. Let me see. Is it not Oathbreaker?
What's the ability you're thinking of?
There is one Paladin subclass. Oathbreaker has some stuff that does interact with this. That gets an aura. That while you are within the aura and you are frightened of the Paladin, it like reduces your movement speed to 0.
Jesus. Yeah, I don't think that's Oathbreaker. I forget which. Is it Vengeance?
Is it Vengeance? That's Vow of Enmity. No, it's not Vengeance. Man, I thought it was Oathbreaker. I know with Oathbreaker at level 20, you get the Dreadlord thing. And then whenever an enemy that is frightened by the Paladin starts its turn within the aura, it takes 4d10 psychic damage. Anyway, I'm not going to spend the whole episode trying to figure this out. There are some really fucking fun...
Conquest.
Conquest. Yeah. Yes. Oh my God, you're so right. Yeah.
You want to know what's so stupid about that aura? You get that at level 7.
Yeah, that's dumb. That's also... Okay, that's what frustrated me. Guys, we were so close to greatness. We were so close to greatness. You get that fucking subclass ability for Witch at 14.
Man.
And we get this one at 7.
Can't quite take them both.
Not unless your DM's really cool and lets you go beyond level 20.
Can't quite.
Bro, Steel Magic Witch and Oath of Conquest Paladin is a match made in
the question.
heaven.
The question is what the mix is.
See, I don't even want to ask the question of what the mix is right now. I'll figure that out later. Right now, I'm thinking if you have like an epic level campaign with 20 levels in one class and 20 levels in another class. Holy shit biscuits. Sorry, going back to the actual content at hand here. Oh, I cannot stop myself. I cannot stop. Level 15. Another grand hex, baby. We're running it back again. I chose War Hex. When you cast a hex that targets a single creature, you can use your bonus action to cast a cantrip targeting the same creature. That's just good. That's just good action economy. I love that.
Yeah.
Simple. To the point. Level 16. Ability score increase or feat. I chose, again, another Valda's feat. Favorite spell.
Yay. You and me both.
Yeah, let's go. Favorite spell is really fun. It allows you to choose a spell of 5th level or lower that becomes your favorite spell. And you can cast it once at its lowest level without using a spell slot. Awesome. When you cast it, you can treat it as it being cast one level higher, and it cannot be counterspelled. The spell that I chose for this one reveals part of my spells that I chose in general. Ruby Eye Curse.
Yes.
Ruby Eye Curse is phenomenal. It essentially forces a creature to make, I don't remember, I think it's a charisma saving throw. Might be Constitution or Wisdom. I don't know. It's one of them saving throws. If the creature fails, they have clouded vision and they can only see 5 feet in front of them.
That ain't far.
That's so good.
It's very good.
That's an incredible one. Also, saves spell slots, man. And just makes the spells stronger. Yeah. I don't think this one had an upcast bonus. Ruby Eye Curse.
I couldn't see it having one. I don't need one.
There's not a lot of spells that I chose that had an upcast bonus. So I don't really benefit from that aspect of it. Yeah. However, being able to cast it for free once per the short or long rest, I think it was, and make sure that it cannot be counterspelled. Sorry about that, folks. It's just good. It's just good.
You basically got it. Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Concentration up to 10 minutes.
Nice. 17th level. You get your first 9th level spell slot. Yay! Also a new hex. Regular hex. I chose Hobble. As an action, choose one creature you can see within 60 feet of you to make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, the creature's speed is reduced to 10 feet until the end of your next turn. Not by 10 feet, to 10 feet. If the creature is flying, it falls. Unless it has the ability to hover or it is being held aloft by magic. Now, imagine, if you will, enter the Mind Palace with me.
I'll dream with you.
You are being stalked down by a witch wielding a sword.
As I often am.
Yes, as one does. This witch has hexed you to be terrified of them. This witch has summoned fog that has made them nigh untouchable. And now all of a sudden, you cannot run away. Uh-oh. You are trembling, crawling away as they stalk towards you. Cackling, because you can make this person's speed 10 feet for the eternity simply by laughing at them, mocking them in their darkest hour.
It's the antithesis of our favorite thing. We love mobility. We love positioning.
So right. You're so right.
And
Positional advantage.
This is
positional
the worst, man. Yeah. Yeah. This is the mind killer. This is fear.
You're so fucking right. Level 18, you get another grand hex, ladies and gentlemen, and I chose dual hex. Which is just mean.
What to do?
When you cast a hex that targets one creature, surprise, targets two.
Okay. That's appropriate.
Yeah.
That's very appropriate.
Yep. While both targets are under the effect of your hex, you gain the benefits of your insidious spell feature against each of them.
Good.
Am I going crazy? What's the insidious spell feature? Did I just forget to read that one?
Did you? I think you may have, actually.
I did. It's the level 5 ability.
Starting in 5th level, when you cast a witch spell that affects a creature under the effect of your hex, that creature has disadvantage on its first saving throw against a spell. Its first saving throw against a spell. This feature only applies to a hostile creature that is the sole target of your hex. So
I don't think I read that one, actually. I think I forgot to add that in.
I think you did, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Sole target of your hex, I feel that this means it cannot be used in tandem with dual hex.
Oh, but it can.
Oh, it just said that. It just said that. It just said that.
It specifies.
Yeah, you're so right. You're so right. You absolutely can. Freaky.
Yeah.
That's so important.
You can hit them both. Woo. Good shit. Good
yeah,
shit,
that is a
Mage
grand
Plus.
hex right there.
That's a grand hex.
What do you get at 19? What do you get at 19?
At 19, I chose a feat because it's an ability score increase or a feat.
Yes.
Now, in the 2024 rules, this is where you get your epic level boon. Valda Spire of Secrets. This was made prior to 2024 coming out, so it still goes by the 2014 rules. Not all that difficult to transition. If you wanted to just transplant the 2024 rules in here and take an epic level boon at level 19, you could. We all know the options for those. I didn't really put an idea down for what epic boon I would choose for this because I kind of just went by what it has here.
Yeah.
So I looked at a feat. It was the precognitive feat. Now this one, I don't have it pulled up in front of me for the exact wording, but I do remember what it do because it's really cool. At the beginning of your turn, you can choose to roll a d20 and then make your next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw that you roll on that turn, the number that you rolled on the d20. Mm-hmm. You can use that up to 3 times per long rest. It's a very different version of luck. And I think that's really freaking cool.
Yeah.
It's really thematic. And if you roll absolute dog shit, if you roll a natural 1 on that D20, that's what your next roll is going to be. So maybe you look at that and you go, I'm going to try to like insight check this motherfucker because I'm not going to waste a spell on a natural 1.
You have a lot of say over what happens with that roll. Mm-hmm. It's pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm. It's really cool and extremely thematic with my character with the dual soul that is potentially a fragment of a different timeline.
Sure. Interesting. Very interesting.
As well as having visions potentially of that other timeline.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're building.
Yeah, that's another thing I forgot to mention with the dual hex. I imagine that each of the souls grabs a different person for the hex.
Of course, yeah. That makes the most sense.
So, do you understand now why I said I feel like this might be my proudest build?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
The theming within this build is disgustingly good. It just, everything fits perfectly. It's so cool. And then the level 20 class feature is Hex Master. Deceptively simple and short. By level 20, you have mastered your foul magic humanoids have disadvantage on saving throws against your hexes. All of them.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What version of Valda's are you reading?
I pulled up the 09 file. Why does yours say something different for level 20?
So they updated this book.
Oh my. Uh-oh.
I'm on 1.4, I think. I'm either on 1.0 or 1.4. I think I'm on 1.4.
What does yours say?
Creatures have disadvantage on saving throws against your hexes.
Well, hell.
Oops.
Oh no, stronger.
Creatures.
God, that's insane.
So that's pretty special.
Everyone has disadvantage. All right. This is wild.
Strong ass class, strong ass theming.
Strong ass fucking class. I have taken up so much of our time going through every single detail.
It's
of this.
okay, man. You did a good job to explain most of our class features, so we'll save a lot of time going into mine here.
Okay.
But yeah, I understand why you are so proud of this. I hope to see this show up in the future. Some sort of NPC.
I don't think I can let it go.
No, of course not. Of course not, dude.
It has to show up. It will.
So let me tell you a tale.
Oh,
hit someone I also hope shows up in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Going to tell you about a 12-year-old girl named Alma.
Alma. Oh, we're in this.
Who once upon a time wandered into the forbidden swamp of Dralma. Why is the swamp forbidden? I hear you asking me, Skyler.
Why is this?
There's a creature in the swamp.
There's a creature in the swamp?
Mm-hmm. Deep in the heart of the swamp.
In a hole in the log?
At
the bottom of the swamp?
A wing on the fly. In the frog, on the bump of the log, in the hole at the bottom of the swamp.
Jesus Christ.
There's a creature. Alma, a daring little child. She wandered in, challenging fate itself. Fate found her in the form of a long, slimy tentacle.
Ew.
And pulled her down into the heart of the swamp.
Gross.
In which we find a curse, of course. It's the drowned curse.
Oh.
By way of the giant octopus that lives in the heart of the swamp of Dralma. Alma from Dralma, if you will, is thusly born.
Alma drowned in Dralma.
And now she is Alma from Dralma.
Oh my God.
The drowned curse. Water fills your lungs, and yet you do not die. You can breathe air and water, and you have a swimming speed equal to your walking speed.
That's awesome.
Pretty
and
good.
Terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir. At almost first level, she has been drowned. She is taking dire familiar for later. Because we'll get our familiar next level. And also bleeding.
Ooh, also bleeding.
Mm-hmm. We'll get into all of our spells later, but I'll give you the ones we took first here. Our cantrips are going to be Minor Lifesteal, Chill Touch, Prestidigitation, and Spare the Dying. And our first couple of first level spells are going to be Accursed Act and Prehensile Hair.
Oh, that's so good.
Would you like me to talk about these a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me tell you.
While you're pulling those
yes,
up,
sir.
I did pull up the Bleeding Hex, and I want to read that.
Please
one
tell
real
us.
quick. As an action, choose one creature you can see within 60 feet of you to make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, each time this creature takes damage, it loses an additional 1d4 hit points. This effect lasts until the end of your turn. Unless you cackle.
Unless you cackle.
Are you gonna laugh, kid?
Oh, it's good. Accursed Act. Lighting a candle, you speak dark curses and a lost tongue directed at a creature who you can see within range. That creature must make a wisdom saving throw or be cursed for the duration. While cursed, the creature takes psychic damage once per turn equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier whenever it attacks or casts a spell. I like this so much. I love the damage when attacking trope. I love Jolt from Hades.
Yeah.
I love anything that does that. Fairy Library of Ruina mentioned. If the target doesn't attack or cast a spell on its turn, it can repeat their saving throw at the end of their turn, ending the effect on a success. Real interesting little spell.
Yeah.
Feels appropriate for the level of creepy we're going to get to with this class. I asked Skyler a question earlier. Are you leaning, what if it's a spectrum between creepy and whimsical, which are you leaning toward with your subclass? Because really, I feel like this class opens allows for a breadth of variety within that spectrum.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of flavoring in between there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of the cantrips that comes with Valda's Spire Secrets that you can take as a witch if you choose to, it's called Candy Shot. Where you just launch hard candy at someone.
It's so funny.
And they take some damage, and then that hard candy falls on the ground and makes the ground difficult terrain until someone picks it up.
Oh, I didn't catch that part of that spell. That's really funny.
It's hilarious.
That is really funny.
There are some whimsical ass things you can do as a witch, but both of us went creepy, which I love, especially for Halloween.
Speaking of creepy, dude.
Yeah.
We need to talk about the other first level spell I picked here, Prehensile Hair.
Yes.
It's exactly what it sounds like, man. It lasts for an hour when you cast it, by the way, and it's not concentration. I have to stress that.
It's not concentration?
No, sir.
Fuck.
You cast it as an action, and it lasts for an hour. Your hair's just like that now for an hour. You grow unduly long and tough hair, even from your eyebrows. That is specified. Which you can manipulate at will. You can use your hair to perform simple tasks within 10 feet of you, such as manipulating an object, opening an unlocked door or container, stowing or retrieving. That's a free lockpick. Not free, first level spell slot, but that's a lockpick.
Oh, I mean, it's free lockpicks for an hour.
Shit. I didn't even think about that. Okay. Implications here.
You're going through a dungeon.
Stowing or retrieving an item from an open container or pouring the contents out of a vial. Probably a wide variety of things that your DM would allow you to do.
Pouring yourself a cup of tea with your hair.
With your hair.
With your hair.
You can cast spells with a range of touch using your hair out to a range of 10 feet.
What?
Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. This is first level.
That's horrifying.
Yes, sir. It's horrifying. Touch
Jesus
out to 10 feet.
Christ.
You risk so little. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Your hair returns to its normal length when the spell ends, which I will remind you once more is an hour. You get an hour out of this. You will cast this before combat and get the whole combat with it.
Yeah.
I'm reminded whenever we do homebrew stuff of that Zach the Bard sketch that goes something like you're a player for a new DM and you bring a homebrew class and another player goes, "What is that class?" It's balanced. No, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't believe in balanced homebrew.
No. Well, that's the thing. Like, technically, yes, it's not homebrew, it's third party, but like someone homebrewed this.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Now, are there more ridiculous spells? Like, yes, prestidigitation is a cantrip.
Yeah.
Let's be serious.
Yes. And I mean, if we're talking ridiculous spells, there's Wish, there's power word kill. Things exist that are just objectively like more powerful.
But again,
however,
this is first level.
Yeah.
That said, if you can vamp for a minute, I was looking at the 0.9 for that, so I wanna see if they changed it for the 1.4.
Yeah, so I will tell you briefly. I also looked at a Cursed Act as a potential spell for my guy. I opted for something else instead. I left it in as an honorable mention. But interestingly, I also chose Minor Lifesteal as a cantrip for my character. So you brought that up as one for your character. I will go over that one really quick while you were pulling up what you need to pull up.
I found it. They didn't change a thing.
Okay. Good Lord.
I know.
I don't know whether to be happy or sad.
I know.
But Minor Lifesteal is really cool.
I took this also, so this is relevant.
I was going to say, yeah, you definitely did. You drain life energy from a hostile creature you can see within range. Range is 60 feet. The target must succeed on a con save or take 1d4 necrotic damage. You then gain temporary hit points equal to the amount of damage dealt, which lasts until you finish a long rest. Spell has no effect on undead or constructs. The damage increases by 1d4 when you reach 5th level, 11th level, and 17th level to a max of 4d4. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I was shocked that this is not a touch spell.
Right.
Utterly shocked. This is a range of 60 feet. It seems like it should be,
but yeah, 60 feet's a long range for that, man.
Yeah. Like at max, I would have thought it would have been 30 foot. This is really good.
Yep.
Which is probably why the damage is slightly lower to start off.
Now, of course, I've also taken Spare the Dying, which touch range, of course.
With hair.
That's funny. Again, like I actually purposefully, when I started making this class, I thought I was going to try to avoid being support. I just wanted to be a creepy dreg who, you know, does like debuffs.
Girl from the Ring shit. Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. But I realized quickly it is impossible to like completely avoid support.
You
with
can't
witch.
not have support as a witch.
So
you can be the most offensive witch in existence and still be supporting your party.
So Spare the Dying is me leaning into that just a little bit.
Yes, that's so fair.
You get Cackle at 2nd level, of course, and you're familiar, which I'll bring up in just a second. I take Hobble and Unseen Servant as my first hexes.
This is good. Hobble we talked about already.
Unseen Servant, you are casting an unseen force that can manipulate things.
Unseen Servant, that's a spell.
You're so right. Hold on. That is a spell.
There was something I saw that was like an unseen something or other.
Scratch that from the record. I didn't end up taking that. That's not supposed to be here. I take Hobble as a hex. An additional hex, that is.
Oh, I think you probably just had Unseen Servant on there because that was the next spell that you took.
I think you're right. Yeah. I ended up not taking that anyway, so don't worry.
Oh, okay. Would have been an equally terrifying.
Yeah. Did we talk about bleeding earlier?
Yes, I brought that one up when you were pulling something else up. Yeah, which I was going to say, a fucking wild ass combo with that spell that you took, Act of... Fuck, I just lost it.
A Cursed Act?
A Cursed Act, yes, thank you. If they're also under the effect of the bleeding hex, when they attack you, they take the 1d8.
I just imagine like nosebleed.
Yeah, like they take the 1d8 psychic damage, and they take the 1d4 necrotic.
Exactly what I was thinking.
That's so good.
That is a combo I had in mind.
Fuck yeah, dude.
The familiar, can you guess what the familiar is going to be?
Is it octopus?
It's an octopus.
Yeah.
It's an octopus. And we're going to see that show up again and again and again. Of course, you don't always have to take the same kind of familiar, but right. I imagine that Alma is quite tied to the choice of octopus.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the theming that I had in mind for my guy too. Like, Unless there's like a very good reason why he's like, I'm taking a different familiar this time.
Right.
The Raven and the Owl, I like it's just, I don't know. I like it too
It
much.
makes sense to do that.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, it
Especially when a lot of
tracks
like,
that a witch would develop a favorite.
yes, that's exactly it. And especially when like so much of like the witch theming in like media is like very much like you've chosen your familiar and that's your familiar for the rest of your life.
Of course.
Like, yeah.
For our craft, we are taking black magic. This is a very death-themed necrotic witch.
I love it. That is
we're doing
good.
Here. We're leaning into the creepy side of the spectrum for certain. You get an insidious spell 5th level. Undeath command. Let's talk about that. Oops, where'd it go?
That should be your subclass.
Yeah, it's in there. I forgot where I put the subclass here. Okay. Oh, sorry. I forgot something at 3rd level. You get a hex with every subclass. For black magic, you get decay. When you adopt this craft at 3rd level, you learn to drain the vitality from a living being. As an action, choose one creature you see within 60 feet of you to make a con save. On a failed save, the creature takes 1d4 necrotic damage at the start of its next turn, and its hit point maximum is reduced by an amount equal to the necrotic damage taken. This reduction lasts until the hex ends. The target dies if this effect reduces its hit point maximum to 0.
My God.
Yeah. Of course, not probably going to happen, but you know.
That's still crazy.
It could.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. The crazy thing about that is it's not necessarily that you're not going to reduce their hit points to 0 and their hit point maximum to 0. It's that if you do reduce their hit point maximum to 0 through this, there are no saving throws.
No.
They're dead.
They are dead. Yeah. Yep. And, you know, it's 1d4. You're just creeping it down. But like at lower levels, oh my God, you don't even want to run into a 3rd level black magic witch.
Yeah.
That's terrifying, man. Mm-hmm. God forbid. Stay out of Alma Swamp. Undeath command.
Get out of my swamp!
Get out of my swamp! Starting at 6th level, you have intertwined the magic of your familiar with the magic you use to animate the dead. Fucking this theming just came together.
Oh
man.
My God.
When you use your bonus action to command your familiar, you can use the same bonus action to issue a command to any undead you control via the animate dead spell or similar magic.
Brother, that's on your subclass spell list, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Which is something I forgot to mention for my subclass.
Yes.
There is a subclass spell list for every single subclass, which adds to the number of spells that you know, which slightly makes up for the fact that they're a little limited.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does. Quick rapid fire through it. Well, it expands your options, we should say.
Does it expand your options or does it give you known spells?
I suppose I'm unclear on that.
I'm a little unclear on that too. We'll have to dig deeper into that. Let me see if it's...
Do you just...
Let's look.
Do you just get them? I guess you do just get them. That's how it works normally, isn't it?
Each craft is associated with a branch of Arcana represented by a number of spells that you learn. The level of those spells are noted in the craft description. These spells count as witch spells for you, but don't count against the number of spells known.
Oh my God. Okay.
That's really helpful. That's a big deal.
A little bit.
That's a big deal.
Okay, yeah. So Black Magic Witch is getting, for certain, Exhume, Inflict Wounds, Gentle Repose, Magic Weapon, Animate Dead, Vampiric Touch, Blight, Death Ward, Cloud Kill, Contagion.
Jesus Christ.
Over the course of their levels.
Yeah. Exhume being a Valda's exclusive brand new spell.
Yes, it is.
I suppose I should tell you really quick then what Steel Magic gets.
Yes.
Heroism, Shield, Heat Metal, Magic Weapon, Blink, Haste, Death Ward, Freedom of Movement, Flame Strike, Telekinesis.
Oof.
Haste on this motherfucker.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course. Why would you not?
And being able to concentrate on hexes and spells. You have Malevolence up and Haste.
Yeah.
Making your armor class a maximum of 25 instead of 23.
Quite good.
I'm my brain's imploding.
Let me tell you what Exhume does. Exhume is only first level again. Necromancy. It's a ritual. Choose an unoccupied 20-foot square within range. The area must have solid earth beneath it. Fails to cast on the upper floor of a building. Of course, you have to be on the ground. Spell then causes a pile of humanoid bones to rise out of the ground within the square. If you cast a spell within a burial place like a graveyard, 1d4 piles of bones are exhumed instead of 1.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the ground itself is not changed or disturbed by the spell. The bones simply appear out of the ground.
Okay.
Pretty easy access to that undead creature that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, that's insane setup for animate dead.
Yeah. And insane setup for Undeath Command.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you have to already control it, though.
You're right about this. Does it specify that you don't? I guess it doesn't. The bones appear. They don't get up and start walking around.
Right. It doesn't animate them right away.
Important to note. It gives you resources.
Yeah. Which is honestly, that has been the absolute largest problem for any undead animating class or subclass. Is being able to say, are there any bones nearby? DM goes, nope. And you go,
now there are.
Huh. Yeah. And now you cast Exhume.
Yeah. Hilarious. Your GM will love it. 7th level, of course, you're getting the improved familiar. Crazy. We talked about him. Dying Curse is what you get at level 9.
Yeah, that one's possibility. That's the one that curses the person. It is, yeah.
Down. And I love it so, man.
I mean, especially with your subclass.
Yeah, it's so appropriate.
The theming is just so good.
Yep. You would almost think it a part of the black magic witch. Yeah. You know? It's interesting that is just a part of the class. Mm-hmm. For my first, is Life Tether also?
Life Tether is a
class. Okay, yes. I need to talk about it. 10th level. As a reaction, when you take damage from a creature you can see, you can transfer some of that damage to a creature that is the sole target of your hex.
What the fuck?
Yeah. You take half the damage rounded down, and the hexed creature takes the remaining damage.
Oh my god.
Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest.
And if the hex that you have on them is the one that makes them take additional necrotic damage.
If you have built this as an enemy
this is so
that your
mean.
Players are fighting, you're a fucked up person because of this. I mean, if your party is trying to deal damage against this thing and it's locked on to someone in your party with a hex, be freaking careful, dude.
Yeah.
You better break that hex before you start wailing on it.
You could kill your own party member.
Yeah. You don't want that.
That is insane.
Very, very strong. Whew. Oh, excuse me. For my first grand hex at level 11, can you guess what I'm taking? You're gonna like it.
I cannot guess.
I'm taking hybrid.
Oh, good.
As a bonus action, if your familiar is within 5 feet of you, you can meld with it. Transforming into a magical hybrid. For the next minute, gain the following benefits. Temporary hit points equal to your familiar's hit points. Armor class equal to 10 plus your dex mod plus your charisma mod, as long as you aren't wielding a shield. I'm getting that thing you got now.
Yeah.
2 natural melee weapons. It's tentacles. Let's be so real here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm melding with an octopus.
I was gonna say you're gonna do tentacle hair. You're doing the fucking.
That's exactly right.
What's her name? Black Bolt's wife. Is it Medusa?
I'm familiar, unfortunately.
I think it's Medusa.
Okay,
I'll find that one out.
Basically a Medusa. 2 natural melee weapons corresponding to your familiar's attacks. You're proficient with these weapons and use charisma for their attack and damage rolls. I should have quickly mentioned that. On a hit, these deal 1d10 bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage, your choice.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. You can attack twice instead of once. When you take the attack action on your turn, you ignore this benefit if you already have a feature like extra attack. That gives you extra attacks. You can use any action or movement your familiar possesses.
Wow.
If you have it, if that familiar has a flying speed, you're flying.
That's insane.
By the way,
that's insane.
Hybrid is a good hex.
Yeah.
This transformation lasts for a minute or until you dismiss it on your turn. No action required. When it ends, your familiar is dismissed and you can't summon it again until you finish a short or long rest. This reminds me of something. When we talked about dragons, do you remember? It reminds me of
reminds you of a man?
No.
The man with the power?
The dragon book.
The dragon rider class.
There was specifically a maneuver that you could do that was sort of like this, right? Am I making that up?
Not that melded you with the dragon.
Did we make that up?
We might have.
I don't know. It's not relevant. The point is, this is the last resort a little bit.
Yeah.
But it lasts a minute.
Hey, can grand hexes also be extended by cackle?
So I don't think so.
Okay, good.
I don't remember that being specified.
Okay, good.
What's wrong?
Because infinite hybrid is terrifying.
The fact that it is. The fact that this lasts for a minute makes me think probably not. And the fact of the matter is that when you're using hybrid, you get more actions in your action economy than you do separately. You are, in fact, more than the sum of your parts as the character and its familiar.
Yeah.
You get to do more like this.
Yeah. Also, I did want to show you really quickly a picture of Medusa, because that is what you're building. Oh,
hilarious. Yeah, that's what's going on here. The next grand hex we're taking is War Hex. You talked about this earlier. Cast a hex that... What's that?
So good.
Yeah. To cast a hex that targets a single creature, you can use your bonus action to cast a cantrip targeting it. Amazing. Let's talk about Black Sacrifice, which you get at level 14.
I remember looking at this one and just skimming over.
This is
what the fuck?
This is a problem, man. We're continuing along the lines of decay from earlier. We're decreasing hit point maximums. Okay. I'm sorry. It's everyone's least favorite thing. You're going to hate coming up against this. And so is the DM. Yeah. Beginning at 14th level, if your familiar is within 10 feet of you, you can use your action to command it to dissolve its magical bond to this plane, which unleashes a torrent of necromantic energy. Each creature you choose.
Oh my God.
Within a problem, I told you, within 20 feet of your familiar must make a dex save against your spell save DC. A creature takes 8d10 necrotic damage.
8d10?
Level 14 on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. And its hit point maximum is reduced by an amount equal to the necrotic damage taken.
Jesus Christ.
A target dies once again if this effect reduces its hit point maximum to 0.
This has the potential to one-shot.
Yes, it does. Any amount of creatures within 20 feet.
Yeah. This is a nuclear bomb.
Once you use this feature, you can't summon your familiar again until you finish a long rest.
I would hope not.
Oh, well. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah, you better not.
That's...
Again, we have to stress, it's not death saves, it's just death.
Yeah.
8d10's a lot.
Brother, I'm taking a solid minute to process this.
I know, man.
That is.
It's between 8 and 80.
You turn into Oppenheimer.
You're dealing double-digit numbers with this, dude.
Yeah. And reducing the hit point maximum. Oh my god. That's so good. That's so good. It's so good that it's bad. That's bad. That's so bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Frankly, it's inappropriate.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know,
It's rude.
we're seeing.
Oh my god.
Is it balanced? I don't
At
know.
level 14? No. I'm sorry. No.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. Well, there is also the blight spell and things like that. No. I'm going to say
This
it.
is
No,
better
it's
than
still
blight.
not balanced.
This is way better
It's better than blight because it's AoE. You can choose the target.
You choose the target.
And it hits any number.
There's so much stupid shit happening here, man.
No, that's not balanced.
I've been given too much power, quite frankly.
Oh my god.
And they didn't nerf it.
Lord have
They
mercy.
didn't nerf it. Okay. It's good. I like it. It's chill with the theming. It's so.
You know what's really funny, Sam?
What?
If you're sticking with the whole octopus familiar,
Yeah.
it could just be octopus flies out and inks.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think so. And as a matter of fact, I'll get to that in a bit here. I need to keep going, or I'm going to get lost in just like the prolonged shock of this.
I know.
The last grand hex, not the last one, second to last one is forceful personality. You have to take it. Okay?
Yeah, that's the one that increases your charisma by 2.
The last one I take is possession. I think it is
way more thematic for your character than mine.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took it because I was like, oh, that's really
but
good
I also
and really
think
fun.
it is definitely the last one this character is taking. That just makes the most sense to me.
Yeah, I agree.
For how strong it is, and I think it is the least relevant to the build, if I'm being totally honest.
That's fair. It's like the cherry on top.
We're prioritizing charisma and con with this.
Yes.
I am getting charisma to 20 as soon as possible. I am driving. You know what? I'm changing my mind. I'm actually making my dex as high as possible simply because dex in place of con, that is,
because of hybrid.
Because of hybrid.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I
Same
want that
thing
to be high.
For my character. High charisma, high dex because of malevolence, which does very similar to hybrid. I am absolutely in love with the fact that there are so many baked in options for you to have a melee based spellcaster.
Yeah,
specifically with the fact that hybrid is just one of the grand hexes and you get like 4 of them.
Yep.
So you can just be like, oh yeah, I'd like to be able to meld with my familiar and become a melee fighter for like a minute. It's so good.
At the end of the day, as I take hexes throughout this build, I end up with bleeding, dire familiar, evil eye, obfuscate, ruin, shriek, and hobble.
Okay.
Are there any of those we need to go over? Obfuscate, fog cloud, kind of.
Ooh, he take fart. Okay, I found it. As an action, you create a 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered on yourself. Spreads around corners. The area is heavily obscured. This effect lasts until the end of your next turn or until a wind of moderate or greater speed, at least 10 miles an hour, disperses it. That is ridiculously thematic.
I'm also loving ruin in this build. I would probably take it even earlier than I threw it in the order there.
Yeah.
Just because it makes so much sense. And I got prehensile hair, so I'm doing touch at a
oh my god.
Far range, I should say.
Yeah, ruin's the one that decreases the armor class by 3.
Yeah. Spells, we're taking a Cursed Axe, Prehensile Hair, of course. Spider Climb.
Ooh.
which I'll be revisiting in a moment.
Mhm. Oh my god, didn't like that look.
By the way, okay, yeah. Spider Climb, Darkness, Misty Step, Fear, Vampiric Touch, Grasp of the Grave, Blight, Cloud Kill, Eye Bite, Teleport, Abduct, Imprisonment.
Oh man.
Over the course of the class.
Oh man, those are so good.
I mentioned a couple of weird ones there that you might not be familiar with, particularly Abduct. Do you know what that is? It's from this book.
I think I do, because I think, ironically enough, I also looked at that one and I might have taken. I did. I took that one too.
Okay, yeah. Charisma saving throw, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. You yoink someone to you.
From a mile up to a mile away.
to a mile away, you just yoink someone to you.
Yeah, and a willing creature can fail the save, and then you can just.
Now, this is awesome, potentially, for support.
Yeah. Oh my god. Someone's falling off a cliff.
Yeah, this is like rescue from later Fire Emblem games. You just get someone out of a bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. I like this spell a ton, actually. It's positional advantage.
It is.
Potentially.
My favorite part about this, at the end of the duration, which is an hour, you can choose whether it stays where you brought it to or goes back to where it was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that means? This is also an incredible interrogation spell.
Oh, you're so right. Yeah.
If you have someone who can fly and they go very high up, drop them.
You know what else this might be?
What?
This could be a crazy heist maneuver.
Ooh.
You can be the getaway, or you can be the mole, pull someone in, boop them back out.
Uh-huh. God, that's incredible. Yeah, I was thinking of
So
like someone flies up or you drop them off a cliff or something.
Uh-huh.
And when they're about about 100 feet from hitting and taking 20 something D6 damage, you abduct. Boom, they're in front of you. And you go, hey, guess what? I can end this whenever I want to. Otherwise, you've got a maximum of an hour before you return to death.
God.
So talk to me, buddy. And if you run away, I end it.
Yeah. Damn. That's brutal.
And if you attack me, it ends early.
I've got a really important question for you, buddy. Do you have Featherfall?
Oh.
If the answer's no, you just stir a pot of marinara.
You're about to become pizza. Oh, it's so good.
Let me tell you about the feats I'm taking.
Yes.
I'm taking precognitive.
Oh, good.
Yeah. You need wisdom 13 or higher.
Yep.
You sometimes feel impressions of events an instant before they happen. When you begin your turn, you can choose to roll a d20 and record the number rolled. Next attack roll, ability check or saving throw you make before the end of your turn, replaced with this roll. We know this.
Yep.
It's really good. 3 times when you finish a long rest. 3 charges, gain them all when you finish a long rest.
Nice.
I also took favorite spell.
You have to. It's so good.
There's not many feats in this book that I feel are worth taking for Witch.
Yeah, if you're looking for specifically spellcaster focused.
Yeah, I think we've locked in on the ones here.
Yeah. The only reason I took the other 2 was because I am a steel magic.
Yeah. Can you guess what my favorite spell is? What Alma's favorite spell is here?
Oh, Alma. Is it a cursed act?
It's going to be Spider Climb.
Oh, love it.
We're going to be doing that a lot. And she's doing it with her hair.
Yes, dude. Yes.
Let's be serious here.
Absolutely.
Items. I'm taking Pinnacle of Woe. When attuned to this medallion, you gain a bonus to spell attack rolls and to the saving throw DCs of your witch hexes and spells.
Ooh.
This bonus is determined by the Pinnacle's rarity. In addition, this Pinnacle has 3 charges. You can expend a charge to cast a hex that usually takes an action as a bonus action instead. Regains all expended charges daily at dusk. Also take the Ring of Salvation. If you fail a saving throw while attuned to this ring, you can choose to succeed it instead.
I took that one too.
Just choose.
That's a really good one.
Once every dawn, of course. Baleful Talon is the last one I took. I was struggling for a weapon here, and per the theming of the octopus, I wanted to kind of lean. The only thing I could really think of that wasn't just like, tentacles, because I'm doing that with everything, is the beak.
Yeah,
that's kind of how the octopus is attacking. So I was leaning into the hook shape of it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go with a sickle. So Baleful Talon is what I landed on that I felt was close. Mm-hmm. And I'll read that out. That's just in D&D. It's in the Book of Many Things. I should specify. +1 to attack and damage rolls made with this hooked obsidian dagger. When you hit a creature with this magic weapon and roll a 19 or 20 on the attack roll, the creature must take a DC 15 Constitution saving throw as the dagger flares with sickly light. The creature takes 6d6 necrotic damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. If this damage reduces the creature to 0 hit points, the creature disintegrates into dust. We're doing that again.
Good God.
We're doing that again. I feel like we've got good synergy going on throughout the build here.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And I think we both did an excellent job of that for our builds.
I had a couple other interesting spells and items of note.
Yes.
Items. I took, because I think it's really fun, the anti-magic bell.
Oh, yeah.
It is enchanted. It's a common item that does not require attunement. It is a bell that is enchanted to stay silent. If you are within an area where magic is repressed, such as an anti-magic field, it rings. Mm-hmm. So if you have it just dangling on your person and suddenly you hear it without even casting anything, magic doesn't work here.
No.
Which I think is just an incredible, early warning tool. Yeah. Other item I found, Hand of Glory. It is a mummified hand that you wear as like a necklace. Yeah. And it gives you 2 attunement slots for rings. Mm-hmm. So essentially it's 1 extra ring that you get. Because you're using an attunement slot to attune to the Hand of Glory, and then you can attune to 2 rings. So I took the Ring of Salvation as well. I also took the Ring of Icebergs.
Oh, you took both of them.
Yeah. Because I fucking love them. Yeah. Ring of Icebergs, essentially, if you are about to take damage, you can, or just as like an action or bonus action, summon an iceberg around yourself. That is like a protective shield. It is immune to like poison and psychic damage, but it has vulnerability to fire damage. It has an armor class of 10 and like 100 hit points. You can move around up to like 6 inches in any direction inside the iceberg. You can hang out there. It is just like a get out of jail free, like, oh God, I'm gonna die. If you summon it as in response to being about to take damage, it takes as much of the damage as it can, which is just really freaking cool. I also went for another Valda's item, the Mage Hunter Blade. I think this would be something he would get later on in his career. Mage Hunter Blade is any kind of sword. For him, it would probably be like a long sword. You have a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this weapon. If you use this weapon to hit a creature that is under the effect of a spell, 1 spell of your choice affecting the target is dispelled if it is 5th level or lower. And then the target takes an extra 1d8 force damage for the level of the dispelled spell. Cantrips is no additional damage. Once a spell is dispelled, roll a d6. If the number is less than or equal to the level of the dispelled spell, the sword loses this trait until the following dawn.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What a unique little trinket.
I know. It's really freaking cool. And pairing that with the fact that I am the steel magic witch that is going after and actively in your face, I'm imagining him hunting down other witches. And if they have a spell cast on them, like haste or something like that. He hits them, bonk, spell gone, you take extra damage.
That is so creative, man.
I love it. So that's it for the items that I took for him.
I don't feel like I've seen that used anywhere else, like a buff eating type of spell.
I don't,
or type of effect.
I don't think so. The closest thing we came to that, I think, was Critical Role doing the Magician's Judge, which was, I don't remember if it had the same functionality, but a similar functionality in the fact that it like dealt some extra damage to someone if they were concentrating on a spell. But anyway, that is not a very common thing.
No.
I also took a really fun cantrip called the Eye of Anubis. You make a ranged spell attack and moonlight comes out of your left eye and you hit somebody with it. They take a 1d8 necrotic damage and they can't take the disengage action until the end of your next turn, which is really unique. I've never seen that on a spell before. It's a scaling cantrip where most scaling cantrips just increase the damage. This one's really funny. At 5th level, you fire a second beam originating from your other eye. Then when it increases again at 11th level, the first beam from your left eye gets stronger. And when it increases again at 17th level, your other beam from your right eye gets stronger.
Okay.
So it's just goofy. I was like, that's great. I love that. The other one that I really, really wanted to talk about, there's two. I'll go through them really quick. Intrusive Thought. Did you see this one?
No.
Intrusive Thought's great. Casting time is a reaction which you take when you see a creature within 60 feet of you taking an action. When a creature within the range, which is 60 feet, uses its action or takes the dash, dodge, or to attack or take the dash, dodge, or disengage action, you can attempt to distort its thinking. Target must make a wisdom saving throw. If it can't be charmed, it automatically succeeds. But if it fails, the creature takes an action of your choice instead of the action it intended to take. So if someone was running at you and was about to attack you, you hit them with the intrusive thought and go, actually run away, disengage, and you don't get attacked that turn.
What is the saving throw here?
Wisdom.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
Well.
But that's a 2nd level spell that could potentially prevent an entire round of damage.
Yeah, it could.
It's really good.
It could. It's like a short-term command.
Right. The other one that I thought was fun, Curse of Blades, 3rd level spell. 1 action to cast, range of 60 feet, concentration up to a minute. Unholy bands of black energy tie a creature to its weapon. Choose a creature you can see within range that is holding a weapon to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is cursed for the duration. A cursed target cannot willingly drop or stow its weapon. Additionally, whenever it takes the attack action on its turn, it makes 1 additional attack using its weapon, targeting itself against its own armor class, dealing damage as normal on a hit.
Wow.
This is the last resort. I can't stop them from hitting me, so I'm going to make them hit themselves too.
That's frightening.
And imagine pairing this with another spellcaster in your party. Hit them with the Crown of Madness to where they're attacking their own allies and hitting themselves.
Yeesh.
Oh, man. There is a lot more in this book.
You know what I just thought of?
What did you just thought of?
Magic Missile plus Bleeding Hex.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. This is a lot of content in this book. I hope you can understand how we're never going to be able to cover all of it, but damn sure we'll come back to it again in the future. If you have homebrew or third-party content you'd like for us to cover, send it to us, summongreaterpod@gmail.com or summongreaterpod on Bluesky.
Hell yeah.
And we'll dig into that shit a little bit. Also, if you have songs that you imagine yourself using for your characters or for situations as you DM in your campaigns, send it to us at the same email address and Bluesky account, and we'll throw it in our little Summon Greater soundtrack playlist that we've been accumulating. It's getting quite sizable,
rather prolific. Mm-hmm.
You can proliferate it some more by sending us a simple email.
Please do. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you had fun, like the video, comment. We see all of our YouTube comments. Obviously, we don't get a ton of them. So if you have something that you want to add on here and you want something that you want to call out or just think is really cool, leave a comment on it and we will probably respond to you. So
almost certainly. We love getting new homebrew and we love talking about it.
Yep.
Sometimes we build onto it a little bit. Love getting a class and then making our own subclasses for it. We've done that before. That kind of stuff is fun. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for participating. Thank you for watching to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Have yourself a great one.
And a Merry Halloween.
Merry Halloween.
Bye.
Bye now.